Hi Mandy, it's Svetlana from Moonthroll. How are you? Happy belated birthday. I think your birthday passed. If not, then happy birthday. Thank you for reading my newsletter. Thank you for signing up for the reading. And congratulations on being the first winner of the monthly birthday reading giveaway. Yeah, so we're gonna get to it. I hope you've been enjoying your April. I just went for a walk, and it started blowing wind and raining, and then it started hailing. So like I had like little ice pellets flying at me. So that was fun. My umbrella turned inside out. It's like sunny now, so it's pretty, but I got the hail in my face. So we're gonna get to your reading. This is you're the first person that is getting this giveaway, and the first person that's getting this birthday spread that I created. It is a largish spread, and I'm going to show you in a second. And I'm going to show you the deck that we're using. It is the Housewife's Tarot, which I don't read much with, but it was calling to me, and I can kind of see why. So this is a deck we're using for you today. So this I'm going to talk about the spread. It's basically 2 layers with 3 candles on top. So I like to use 2 rows to show the inner workings, like things that are going on. Your own desires, things that you want, your motivations, things that are going on closer to you. And the bottom row is all about the people in situations that are maybe farther away, events that are out of your control. And then up top we have 3 cards, each of them kind of a candle, things that either like a desire or wish or opportunity for you. And then I end with, I like peeking at the 2 bookend cards, the 2 cards that are left over on either side of the deck once I split it. So I'm going to move the camera down, and you get to see my cluttered desk and these gorgeous cards. They are super colorful, and it's just like sitting across from me. So we get to see how these are matching up, and these are each suit has its own color, so they're color coded in this deck, which is super helpful. And you'll be able to see it, even though you may not be able to see the titles here. You'll be able to see how everything matches up. Now, first, Mandy, when I was shuffling the cards, sometimes I will get visions and messages that way. And I saw, now I was just outside, but I did see, it seemed like I was outside in the woods, maybe on a hike, in weather similar to today. It's kind of wet out. It's been raining on and off. It was a little gray out, so I felt like I was in the woods, maybe on a hike. And I kept seeing close-ups of birds. These would be like woodpeckers and just like birds you'd see out on a nature walk. And they were kind of close up, so they weren't like far out in a tree. So it maybe are you going bird watching, or you're into some photography. So I hope that means something to you. But I did get that. That kind of just popped into my head while I was shuffling your cards. And we're going to take a look at these, at your overall spread. So we have the top row of what is closer to you, your own motivations. Maybe we have we have 2 pages and 2 queens too. So we have a lot of matches going on here. And we have a lot of court cards. So a lot of people, maybe different motivations going on. And on the bottom row, we have all about maybe what's going on the outside, things that are a little farther from you. And we have the 3 candles here, and the two bookend cards, I like to call them. The 2 cards that are on, either side of the deck I like to look at. So right here we can see 2 majors, 2 pages, 2 queens up here, 2 pentacles, and 2 swords. So, and these seem to talk about a desire you want. Other people that are involved, especially these women, these older women, matrons. So perhaps a mother figure, or an aunt, an older woman. But these are people that are going to be close to you. And then the pages here, which I believe talk about you or a younger person. These are all about young people, students, people that are starting something. And then we have the swords here. So This looks like perhaps an offer that's going. It talks a lot about your family. It looks like it's an offer that is going to be made to you. So we're just gonna get to it. So we start with the world here. The Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Swords. So I'm seeing right here we have with the swords we have a woman that is blindfolded, and this is such a kitschy deck. It's really kitschy and retro, and it's a collage deck, so it has little bits from I guess like catalogs and books and things from the 50s. So here we have a blindfolded woman that is crossing herself with a fork and knife, about to cut into a turkey. This is all about hesitation, needing to make a decision, perhaps being, I think you know what you want, but you may not be getting the backing from this Queen of Swords here. And this is, I think this is why this deck I was reading with this deck, because it's very visual, and I think just looking at the cards tell you a lot about each person, and they I think just visually this is meant to be read that way. So we have the Queen of Swords, and I think she is maybe nipping some plans of yours in the bud. So we see a queen here smiling away with big pair of garden shears, about to cut this rose with a guy's face in it. This is a mother or an older woman in your life that is kind of maybe standing in your way, or that you have to convince to give you permission for something, or perhaps even financial backing or financial support, because we have the Ten of Pentacles, a very big family card when it comes up. So let's look at the World and the Page here. So we have the World and the Page. It looks like you have, and the vision I saw may be talking about an outing you want to take, or a kind of like a larger path you want to take, maybe getting away. But I'm getting like a trip kind of vibe, where you will be either a road trip, or you will be staying like away from home for a bit. So we have the World here, a major card, which is all about, you see like different things here. You see you see a family on a globe. You see different people, a house, a baby, buggy, a car. So these are all kind of things that are outside of your sphere of experience. Maybe new things for you, getting out into the world. I don't know how old you are. I think from your photo you look kind of young. So this could be, this card comes up when, people are starting college, or moving, or traveling the world. So this is all about getting out of your home, getting out of your town, your state even. And with this family feeling, this is kind of, it's very just visually, it looks like you are considering a move, or just a trip away from them, and you kind of need that either financial support, or this is showing a path of study or work for you. We see the Page of Pentacles here. Pages again are all about young people. You're starting out, maybe either new course of study or work, perhaps someone that needs a little money to make things happen, if you're not quite self-sufficient yet. But this is, kind of these guys are always like pretty carefree, they're innocent. So again, very indicative of young people, or someone that is starting a journey. Again, coming up on the Queen of Swords here, maybe some of these queens tend to be, the swords people tend to come off as very harsh, because they're pragmatic, and they're very black and white. Like no, my way or the highway. I don't feel this is right for you, or you need to convince me. You need to make me see that everything is okay and that you have a plan. So think lawyers, doctors, things like that. Hell, my dentist even came up as a Queen of Swords once. So this is a very pragmatic, cut and dry, so to speak, black and white. Older female, perhaps a mother, or a mother figure in your life, likely tied to your family, because again, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this is all about family and gatherings, and also wealth. We have the 10 here, so we have a very beautiful, sturdy looking house. This is all about growth. So growth of wealth, security, things to do with family, things that are passed on to. And then the Two of Swords show perhaps right now you see sort of a kibosh being put on it, or you need to make a decision. You need to do a little more talking, and you need to have more of a plan in place. I do see good things coming here because we have, and I think this is talking about things outside of you, things that are coming into place, kind of like maybe the workings or the undercurrent or the gears that are starting to turn. And this really matches the top row, which is really interesting. So to start off, we have Justice, which shows a woman smacking a little boy with a wooden spoon who's dropping his lollipop. So this is about, and again, this very much matches the Queen of Swords. This is about decision making. This is about, a decision being made, coming to that. So this is going to be leading up. This is actually describing the decision or the progress being made in with this Queen of Swords here, and it does look positive. We have the Queen of Cups. The Page of Cups, who is sprinkling water and bringing joy to the little flower people that are in front of him. So this is either you or perhaps sweetening the deal, or working honestly though, doing it honestly and with love and care, really working relationships and just being open to communication, because pages are all about emotions. Cups people, they're all about emotions and love and just being understanding. So softening a little bit. And this is talking about you, perhaps if this is involved with family and your obligations to care for them or to help them out. This shows that you have no problem doing that. So we see a cute little page here, again, a younger person, someone who's innocent or starting out, sprinkling water on these older people and watching them grow. And we see kind of like a payoff here. We see the Ace of two more Pentacles cards, the Ace and the Six. So the Ace is all about new opportunities being offered to you. This is either a sum of money or a resource or some help or time. This is something that's being given to you because we see a hand offering here. She's wearing a dishwashing glove. So we see a pentacle on fine china being offered to you. So this does look like a favorable response in whatever's going on. We see the Six of Pentacles here in this deck. It's one of my favorite cards. We see a little devil trick-or-treater with two ghosts, and perhaps parents, or someone who has left out a beautiful plate of cookies. It's a bunch of candy corn, which is blah, but there's like brownies and cookies and like good stuff in there too. So this is the people providing the goodies to this little page. So this is all the help that you were going to get. This is all about people giving others time, being generous. So this is about finding help, likely financial or some kind of tangible aid or an opportunity given to you. And then we see the Six of Swords, which again is a very visual card here. It is a cheerier card that is more cheerier than most tarot decks show this. It can appear very gray, but here we see a woman that's packing her bags, and she's got her gloves and her traveling outfit on, and she's waving goodbye, and she's hopping across these swords. Which again, the Queen of Swords here. So we see a person about to head off onto a journey. So this is leaving. This can be travel over water. This does show you being able to take that trip or head out and do whatever it is you have planned. Now the top three cards. These are meant to be the candles of your reading. So we have, again, another major, Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, another queen. I don't know if this is going to be the same woman. This might be someone else who is perhaps a little more generous, a little more giving. She's nice and liquored up here. She's got her rocks glass on the table. And I think this is someone who's a little more forthcoming. Maybe someone you were able to talk to convince of to support you in your cause. So this again may be an older, like a grandmother, an aunt, great aunt. This may be a different woman that is involved here. Someone who's a little more sweetly disposed toward you. The Seven of Wands. We see 7 toothbrushes scrubbing a toilet. This is all about kind of hustling, like success after hustling and after hard work. So that should pay off for you. This could be about the work you have to do to be given the opportunity to go traveling or to head off into the wild blue yonder in this card. And we see the Hierophant as the final card here, and another major. This talks all about big things, big shifts in your life. Many times this comes up as higher education. So if you're thinking of traveling, leaving for college, like especially out of state, this is going to be more of a trip for you. I don't see you necessarily being a commuter. This is going to be either going off to college, university, an area of higher study, or some course that you will devote yourself to. The Hierophant is about, again, higher authority, dogma, indoctrination. So, rules and regulations, following a prescribed course of study, studying with people. Many times this does come up with colleges and universities. All right, so we're going to end with the 2 little cards that come up. Give us a little more. We have another card, Temperance, and the 4 of Cups. So I believe this is, again, very visual. We have Temperance, which is all about, again, with drinking, tempering things, moderation, keeping track of your obligations, but also knowing what you really have to spend. The most important, prioritizing is what I meant to say. And then we have the 4 of Cups here, which shows a giant hand offering a woman another drink, or she has 3 empty ones here. Has she drunk them already? Were they always empty? So this is all about tempering any offers that are, I think there's maybe something that is going to come up that may distract you. This Hierophant card and this trip you have seem very important and necessary for your experience and growth. So if something else comes up that seems maybe a distraction, even if it does seem like a big deal, you may want to rethink it. If you cannot fit it into either with time or with your resources or with your attention, if you can't fit it into your plan here that's coming up, then you may want to politely decline it. Or, you may have to do that. I don't know if you'll be able to work it into things here, because it does seem like it's a lot to handle. So I do hope that makes sense. You may not know what it is now, but that may come up for you later on. So, Mandy, I want to wish you all the best. I want to thank you again for getting, for signing up for this reading, for getting moonbeams. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me know what you think. I'm going to post this publicly on YouTube. That way you can see it. It'll be available to you. I will email you with the link. And and you get to see kind of my style of reading. So I hope you like the deck I picked for you. Happy birthday again, Mandy. Thank you for being a supporter and a reader. And have a great day.